Rice is through to the quarterfinals at the PDC World Darts Championship. He will be back on New Year's Day. He will take on the winner of Kevin Dukes and Chris Dobie, who will play their last 16 tie tomorrow. One more game to come tonight, and it's an absolute cracker. Defending champion Luke Humphries takes on Peter Wright. But the story of the night has to be, so far, Robert Owen, the Welshman, securing his tour card with a brilliant victory over Ricky Evans. And he's been speaking to talkSPORT 2 after his win.
In all fairness, Ricky played very well, I thought, but he just sort of slacked off in some of the legs, especially I couldn't start the game. You know what I mean? He was keep the throw. But I thought as soon as he starts to slack off, and I was hoping he did, and then I punished him at the right time. But I didn't play my best again. But there was so much pressure on that, probably more than any other game on this tournament for anyone. But yeah, I am so pleased, like, just to come through it. Like,
we spoke to you after Novell. You thought then you'd kept your card, then results went against you. You had to beat Gabriel Clements. You thought then you'd kept your card. How hard has it been on you mentally coming into this game?
Oh, mentally it's been very hard. We went home, obviously. I don't comment. Would I play the 19th? Was it the 19th? We went home, and unfortunately on the 23rd December my grandfather just tragically passed away. He was like a dad to me, and I've been really struggling the last sort of week, and that's why my children are here, my wife is here with me just to make sure I'm okay. But yeah, I've used that to sort of my benefit, really. Just, you know, please, Bob, give me the strength, and yeah, he has.
Yeah, Robert Owen speaking there after that win over Ricky Evans. It just shows, Chris Mason, we have no idea what is happening in the minds and in the lives of these players away from the spotlight. He's got all the pressure in the world to deal with at work, and he's got the emotional pressure of his grandfather passing away.
Yeah, it's like when people just jump on social media, use sports people without, like you say, knowing exactly what they're going through. Scenes, I wasn't aware of that, and it makes that performance even more remarkable. You know, you can use negativity to inspire you. We've seen it before in individual sport, but it's still tough, especially in that match where things at times just didn't look like he was going his way, but he stuck to his task. I'm super proud of Robert Owen. I've known him a long time. He's a lovely fella, and he gives it everything. He gives himself every opportunity to do well in this sport. He works hard. He's adversity with personal injuries, and like I say, in that match there, he wasn't just playing for his granddad, bless him, he was also playing for his future as a dart player.
Yeah, and he will fight in Rids tomorrow afternoon. Don't forget, we're back tomorrow, a double session of darts from lunchtime, all live on talkSPORT 2. Right, well, this was billed as the main event of the evening, but the first two have been pretty decent as well, haven't they? But Luke Humphries, defending champion, takes on the two-time former champion Peter Wright. Wright having plenty to say what he's going to do to Luke Humphries when they get on the stage, and I guess now it's time for the talking to stop and the action to take place.
Put up or shut up, that's it. Yeah, and the last 5 out of the last 6 meetings, Humphries has won, so I'm not sure where he's getting this confidence from. He beat Wesley Plazier in round 1, 3-1 with an 89. I thought he was tremendous in getting rid of Jermaine Watamina at 4-2, who didn't produce the kind of play we all anticipated, but credit to Peter Wright, he averaged 96.19 and got the job done. Luke Humphries, round 1, Thibaut Tricot averaged pretty much 91, 3-0, didn't drop a set. Played a very game Nick Kenny in round 2, and once he got into his stride, looked very, very good in spells, averaged 98.59. Seasonal numbers, 98.6, 72.33 for Wright, all points, and that's across the season. But if we take a slightly smaller sample over the last 20 matches, the numbers between the two don't even match up. There is a huge gap, but darts is all on the day, and he is using the darts. He won his first World Championship with Peter Wright, that is, and that's how I thought against Watamina. He looked $1 million. I wouldn't understand why you would load yourself with extra pressure. He's under enough as it is. He's not going to be in next year's Premier League unless he wins the Worlds or makes the finals. The last 2 Premier Leagues he's finished dead last. Like, he couldn't have been any more bottom. and then he seems to find a bit of form, and now he's made a rod for his own back, in my opinion. You know, I just don't get why. It's never been.
Do you think, in all honesty, Chris, it's because he knows he's on his way out as an elite player?
Yeah, and he was an elite. He's a top 10 of all time. He's in my of all time greatest players ever, and maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's doing it for self-motivation, but he shouldn't need any. Winning the World Championship should be enough. Listen, it'll work adversely against a player like Luke Humphries, who's one of the most mild-mannered, mellowed guys you could ever wish to meet. He's the poster boy for our sport. He's a great winner, and he's, not that I like to say it, but put it this way, he's not a bad loser.
Yeah.
He accepts defeat very well and moves on. I'm not saying he's a great loser, but he's the perfect gentleman when it hasn't worked out his way, and there's no point rattling his cage.
No. He's gracious in defeat. He's always full of respect for his opponent.
Absolutely. He is our perfect poster boy for the sport. He's a great champion. He's been a great world champion. I think he's going to retain the title, but let's have it right. Peter Wright, in spells, can replicate that performance against Jermaine Motamina. He's going to cause Luke Humphries problems, because Luke's yet to really make a statement and put down a bit of a marker. We've seen it from other players. We've seen it from Littler in that one particular set. We've seen it from Rids. We've seen it from Pricey for 2 sets. It's Clayton tonight. He was as good as I've ever seen him. It's about time Humphries went, oh, hang on a minute, lads. Let's talk about me.
Okay. Gerwen Price, first player through to New Year's Day darts. We'll have a double session here live from Alexandra Palace midday onwards on New Year's Day. He's through. Now the favourite from the bottom half of the draw to get to the final. Kevin Dukes takes on Chris Dobey. Winner of that will play Gerwen Price in the quarter-final. Michael van Gerwen takes on Jeffrey de Graaf, and Robert Owen takes on Callan Rids.
Yeah, on the evidence of those first 2 sets, yes. On the evidence of the final 4, no. He may, and you've got to remember, it's extended in the next round, doesn't it? It's up to 9 sets. And someone like Adobe, who I do expect to be his opponent in the next round, no, it won't be enough. Average. I mean, he ended up with a 92-28. At times he was, well, after 2 sets he was averaging 107. His numbers were incredible, but then across the next 2 sets, I think he averaged 84, 85 if you put them together, and his final set wasn't much higher. That 80 average sets ain't beating Dobey. No.
Well, Dobey will play Kevin Dukes tomorrow, just to Marty Carter. So what we have got coming up for you tomorrow here on talkSPORT 2. Kevin Dukes against Chris Dobey will kick off the afternoon card. Robert Owen, not much rest for him. He's taking on Callan Rids, and Ricardo Pietrezco takes on Nathan Aspinall. I think that could be of the round. Night. Stephen Bunting against Luke Woodhouse, Michael van Gerwen against Jeffrey de Graaf, and Luke Littler against Ryan Joyce. Some blockbuster ties in a last 8 here at the Alexandra Palace. We're not too far away from the start of our final game of the night. Wins earlier on in the evening. Robert Owen secures his tour card with a 4-2 victory over Ricky Evans, and we've just seen Gerwen Price beat Johnny Clayton by 4-2 to wrap up his spot in the final 8. Still to come, Luke Humphries, the #1 seed and the defending champion, takes on Peter Wright. Winner of this will take on Stephen Bunting or Luke Woodhouse in the quarterfinals on New Year's Day. Going to be an absolute thriller, this one. Can Luke Humphries let his darts do the talking and put Peter Wright in his place? Or Peter Wright cause a huge upset and knock out the defending champion? Nobody has defended this title since Gary Anderson 9 years ago. It's tough to win. It's even harder to keep hold of.
I mean, it is due. Prior to that, of course, we had Adrian Lewis, and then we have to go back a long way, and then you're talking about the cream, but a totally different era of our sport. But I think if anyone's ready to defend it right now, I put a thing on Facebook 4 years ago that come up with my memories. It's going to take some player to defend this title again.
Hello and a very warm welcome
maybe it's due.
Action. We are coming to you live on Sky Sports from the Alexandra Palace, London. Fourth round action of the Paddy Power World Darts Championship, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us live and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players taking part in his 16th World Championship, the winner of 48 PDC titles worldwide, a two-time European champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of 2 World Cups. He is a 2-time champion of the world. Let's get this party started. Snake Bite Peter.
In his interview about the illness, he said, well, I was talking to him a couple of hours ago, there's nothing wrong with it.
PDC titles. He's a reigning world match play champion, the reigning World Cup champion, and the reigning and defending Paddy Power champion of the world.
As the defending champion.
Yeah, and listen to the words from...
Put a pat on the back between the two.
Yeah, and a look away from Peter, that was quite interesting. Didn't want to really engage in any eye contact, and yeah, this is intriguing. I'm interested to see how Luke deals with this, and I'm interested to see how Wright he backs up his words, because he said them, nobody else.
Yep. Peter Wright will be desperate to win the opening set of this match.
Yeah, if you don't, you fear the worst, because the only place Luke looks a little bit vulnerable, both Lukes actually, is in the early exchanges. But if Humphries, who I don't know why they do that. One minute it says it was Luke with the darts, now it's Peter.
It is Peter, and the first up goes in big 5. The number 1 seed takes on the number 17 seed, and Peter Wright is off and running 66. With 66.
Yep, and using the equipment that was used to success last time out. Treble 20 in dart 1.
137.
Straight down, finds the 57, finds the treble 20. He looks absolutely revved for this, Luke Humphries. This could be special.
I've said the whole way through that whoever wins this tournament, in my opinion, is going to have to go through Luke Humphries to win it. Whether that's Littler, who beats him in the semi-finals, or someone beats him in the final.
Or if Wright beats him here. Remember, he popped up from nowhere in disastrous form to win the Europeans.
He did. He did. And as I said at the start, he has been known to do it before. And we know he's got the game to do it. But he needs to get off to a good start.
You think back to prime Peter Wright when he denied Michael Smith in that final, when he went on that ridiculous run of legs, and he did it to Michael Smith in the Grand Slam in a semi-final when he looked in a world of trouble. This guy at his absolute best is the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, you don't win 2 world titles, a match play and whatever else he's won without being a great of the game. But here, 95 for Humphries, double 19 he needs and he gets. Well, what a statement that is. A break of throw in the very first leg. Treble 19, double 19, and the world champion is off and running.
Yeah, beautiful 12 dart break of throw. Starts at treble 1, makes the adjustment.
123.
Ominous. He looks absolutely switched on. His eyes are on stalks. He's seeing that treble 20 like a dustbin.
100.
At the hockey now, having hit 1, 2, 3 on his opening visit. Can't find a treble yet though. And a 45, a raise of the eyebrow. Defending champion. Welcome along those listening on talkSPORT 2, hashtag darts on the radio, or you can get involved with the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. And here could be the first max, and it goes the way of Snakebite.
Yeah, one right, one left, one slammed in the middle. Beautiful max. Peter Wright looking to hit straight back. 2 troublous visits for Luke Humphries that have come from nowhere. 2-7-5 Humphries leads 1-0 in the opening set. 2-2-1 Wright minus 1-2-1 down to a ton. Beautiful leg, beautiful reply.
Great response. Listen to this crowd. They're getting behind the Scotsman here. Humphries looking to leave a finish, but hasn't managed to do so. So Wright with a chance then to break straight back. Treble 20 double top. Ooh, big 5. That's a problem.
Yeah, it's not just a. It's a 5 that's an absolute bus ride away for him. 76 left. Treble 20. Single 20 leaves 56. No damage. Luke Humphries still on 187. Starts on the 19s. Back up. This time finds the treble. Doesn't follow it. Leaves 88 just in case. Don't expect him to get a go.
No, don't expect it, but you never know. 2 darts at tops to break straight back for 1-1. Right in the middle. Wright fires back. And it's all level in the opening set. Race to 4 sets for a place in the quarterfinals on New Year's Day. It'll be 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the evening. 3 world titles between them. Who will go on with a chance to make it another world title?
Yeah, real confident nod with that tops going in for Peter Wright to say, yeah, I'm okay, I'm in this, I'm feeling good. Treble 20 is not followed. Well, it is followed by 2 5s, and well, a look of disbelief on the face of Luke Humphries. 1-1 in legs in the opening set here between a current world champion and the reigning and defending world champion against the former 2-time champion who's backed up his ton with a 140, down to 261 from 431, a ton from Humphries, down to 331.
Yeah.
Chasing rainbows at the moment.
Yeah.
And the colour of his shirt.
I was going to say, you could make a few rainbows out of that shirt, couldn't you? It's a shocker.
91.
No, you're known for
I'm
some.
saying no, pal,
you're
yeah.
known for some shirt. Even you balk at wearing that one.
Yeah, not a chance. 96, and he's just struggling to find 2 treble visits at the moment. Humphries 235, Wright 170.
Can't go, doesn't need to go. 40 scored with 2. 60 scored. A 2 treble visit here. Humphries has got a chance. High, way higher the treble bed. Can't adjust either. Uses the outer ball just to make sure he gets the shot of the big fish, but 110 to go in front here.
Yeah, he's having a bit of a shocker at the moment, is Humphries. Treble 20 leaves 50, 18 leaves for 2-1. Well, the 170 would light up this place.
It would. Seen it a few times. Not going to see it again here, though. Treble 19 is hit in cover, but big 7. So double 8 for Peter Wright to get the first holder throw in the match.
Yeah, it's a bit erratic at the moment from Luke Humphries, but he knows how to play himself in. And he's going to have to do that here, because that's a 16 dart hold. Our first hold, Peter Wright leads 2 legs to 1 in set. Single 20 comes for cover. Humphries finds 2 treble 19s. That's more like it. That's what I love about his game. He doesn't panic anymore. He doesn't. The toys stay in the pram.
Yeah, used to get a little bit red in the face, a little bit agitated. He's got more to his game than that now. The fans getting heavily involved here. Another raucous crowd at the Alexandra Palace as Humphries all over the top wire finally gets one in for a ton. He's down to 267, 410 for Peter Wright, who's at the hockey now. Wright would like to get it done here if possible. Doesn't want to be going to the deciding leg when quite literally anything can happen. Great last start for a ton, but a ton feels a little bit light. $140 for Humphries, down to 127.
Yeah, Wright's in good nick here. You can just tell by the small adjustments, the line of the dart. These are suiting him right now, and he's confident with them. He's playing with an element of belief that I've not seen from him for quite some time.
Well, we'll see if that belief is there in a couple of visits' time, because bullseye would have been the target if he'd have needed it. He goes for 18 to leave double 16, right on 210, hitting and hoping here. 2-1, Wright leads in the opening set.
Yeah, fine margins this opening set. And it should come down to whether or not Wright can hold or Humphries can find something special.
Double 16 just inside, double 8 to level up at 2-2. Not yet. Oh, now then. Had a nervous look at the scoreboard because Wright has got a champagne shot here of 132. Bullseye the target. Can he get it? Snake bite. Oh no, he's missed the outer ball, so the shot is off.
Yeah, shot's off, 121 left. Could stay on the ball. Opts for the 20. Well, we wanted a treble, of course, but it is a 20.
Well, we saw Johnny Clayton miss the ball, didn't we, right at the end of his game, that ruined his chance of taking it to a decider. Double 4, right in the middle. So 2 out of 6 on the outer ring so far for the champion. 2-2.
20. 2-2 set 1. Follows it. Well, how often do we talk about timing in sport? Kicks with a 140. Beautiful start for Peter Wright.
What's Humphries got? On his wrong side of the treble wire.
No
only
reply.
54. So early stage, we said Peter Wright had to start well. He's starting well.
It's in again. Doesn't follow it. Oh, beautiful treble 19 on cover. He's in control now. It's his leg and set to lose.
Wright has only had 1 treble-less visit in this match so far.
Luke Humphries has had 4.
2-3-9 Wright at the board now. 3-5-2 for Humphries. Wright is in treble 5.
Yeah, even a max from Humphries after this turn of Wright won't help him, and it's a beautiful treble 20 with dart 3. Takes him down to 144, a 180 would only need 172.
So he's got 6 at it from 144 for the opening set. He'd like to tidy this one up. Treble 20, the target, just above it. Is that a good marker? Yes, it is. 80 scored, 64 remaining, down for the treble 16. Great setup. Great setup from the 2-time champion, who'll be back for double 8 for the opening set.
26.
Wow, he's still got 6 starts at it. Peter Wright then to go in front against the champ, needs double 8. No nonsense, snake bite was all talk coming into this one. But the signs are he's brought his walking boots. He's ready to do the walking to back it up. The champion loses his first set of the tournament so far. Great start for Snakebite. He strolls off the stage, leading by 1-0. Okay.
In this game that you came into, where you've gone, I thought it was going to be this, but it's been completely different. What has been that moment? Because I had it in football where I thought, oh, this is going to be easy. And you go, oh, actually, it's not like that. Have you had that yet?
Just all year round, it's been tough. But when you're playing so well, you do back yourself to win most of the time. But obviously, like footballers, you have setbacks.
Yeah.
And with darts, there's just so much going on with the football as well. If you lose again, you can always bounce back.
Sure. When you just after the Worlds, we obviously talked about you a lot on the show, and people saying, "Oh yeah, Premier League would be different. That's it's over a period of time. There's lots of travelling. He's only a young lad, and again, you went out and smashed it. But I mean, do you get a buzz from sort of defying all that? You probably hear what the darts pundits say, but do you get a buzz by going out and doing it anyway?
That's a perfect example. Obviously, after the World Final, Matt Porter come up to me and my manager saying, do you want to play the Premier League? And I just said, at the time, I said, let's do it. It may never happen again. Yeah. So it was straight after, and people saying, oh, he's too young, this and that. But I do remember the Premier League, I was always 4th, 5th, and then obviously won a few nightly wins and got that first position, and then I won it, and then all the doubters didn't know what to say.
You've been able to indulge some of your other sporting interests. You're a Manchester United fan, you've done stuff there, and Warrington Wolves, you're a Super League fan, so you've done a bit. You were modelling their shirts at one point, the shirt launch, weren't you?
Yeah, it was after the World Final. I've just had all these great opportunities, especially going to Carrington. That was massive. Meeting Sir Alex at one of the United Tottenham games as well. But yeah, hopefully I can do many more.
To 4 for a place in the quarterfinals on New Year's Day. We've got a double header of darts to come for you tomorrow. Starts around midday here on talkSPORT 2. You are listening to coverage of the PDC World Darts Championship with Village Hotels. Dine out, stay, work out and play this festive season at one of 33 cracking UK locations. Mark Wilson alongside former PDC star Chris Mason for this one. Peter Wright did a lot of talking ahead of it, but he's come out and he has played pretty well. Humphries broke him in the opening leg, but the response from Snakebite to win 3 of the next 4 legs and win the opening set.
Yeah, well, he's talked the talk, he's walking the walk right now. He's a set-up. It was on throw, despite, like you say, the 12-dart breaker throw with the 95 checkout in leg 1. And listen, credit where it's due. Peter Wright looks red hot right now, and Luke Humphries knows he's in a bit of a match. And even this early, for mere mortals like me or you, this would feel like a marathon. When you're playing people who are averaging 98, which Wright is right now, this could very quickly feel like a bit of a sprint, and the panic button could be pressed quite early. But listen, this version of Luke Humphries, a world champion winning version of Luke Humphries, what hasn't he won in the last 12 months? He's not that guy anymore, and he will just be steady away here, and he'll work out a way of, right, what's going on with my game, what do I need to do, how am I able to win this match? He might have to go through the ringer to do it, but that's what he knows, that's the knowledge he has.
Well, at this stage last year he did go through the ringer, didn't he, against Joe Cullen in one of the all-time great games here.
Well, he went through it a couple of times, didn't he? But he kept finding a way, and that's what he's got to rely on and believe in.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone that's joined us on the YouTube page. Please like and subscribe, share it amongst your friends. It would be appreciated.
Yes, we want to. What's our next target? 2,000 followers. Help us out, guys.
Yeah, we're already there now.
Oh, we've done it.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, we're good. We're good. Thanks to everyone for getting involved. Plenty getting involved on the chat as well. 1-0, Peter Wright leads here. 161 for Humphries. This could go. He needs the ball for 161. He goes for it and he gets it. A world-class finish from the best player in the world. Didn't need to hit it, but did it because he could.
Yeah, I think he's gone for that just to give himself a real boost of confidence. Wright was nowhere near in the leg, and I'm not one for
58.
Following patterns too much, but it was a 12-dart breaker throw in leg 1, and he went on to lose the set. Leg 1 of set 2, it's another 12-dart, but this time it's a hold.
Yeah.
And it's a 131 followed by a 140 for Wright. He is playing wonderfully, and now Humphries can't find a thing. 2 visits without a treble after a 12-darter.
Well, you said it before a dart was thrown. He is sometimes a little bit slowly out of the blocks, and if Peter Wright now can really build on that opening set, it would be against the Humphries throw, but if he gets to 2-0, then things really start to turn in how this game could pan out.
Yeah, because he has the darts in set 3, and 2-0 could become 3-0 very quickly. This leg, Wright's on a potential 11-darter. He wants 90, he's found 25. Well, a single 5 leaves 60, 20 for tops. Humphries back on 299.
Yeah. Single 19, treble 20. 99 scored, so still 2 visits behind. Right on tops to level up the second set of 1 leg each. Right on the top wire. Oh, he was walking. He was halfway down to pick it up. Got to go back, Peter. It didn't go in.
That one did.
On the second leg. Peter Wright. Third leg, it's Luke.
Well, he was that good he couldn't miss, Chris.
Dropped a dart here, Luke, after going treble 20-20. He's one set down. It's 1-1 in set 2. Starts with a 140 in leg 3.
You can feel the tension building here. Look, players have relinquished leads many times already in this tournament. 3 set leads in some cases, but you don't want to be 3 sets behind here. There's a long way to go before that happens. But
especially playing an informed Peter Wright, who really is playing superbly. He's averaging 97.41. He's had 180, 514s, only 3 troubleless visits.
96.
And that's just going to keep him in every leg.
Yeah, it is, because we're in the 7th leg now. And it's another light visit from Humphries, who from
an 8th troubleless visit.
Has struggled, hasn't he?
He has. His approach play just hasn't been in the locker. 322 for Wright. Treble 20 doesn't follow. It should be a 140. Is a 140.
140.
Not on a finish. 3 points in front, but Humphries at the hockey now. He's in the red bit.
He's just harassing Humphries, isn't he?
135.
That was a better visit, much better visit. Leaves 50. Wright needs 182. 1-1 in the second set. Peter Wright won the opening set 3 legs to 2. Are we going to go all the way in set 2?
41.
Humphries will hope not.
Required 50.
That's a bit of a relief there. A low score, because that's given Luke a bit of freedom, a lot less pressure. It's a 14-dart hold. He's averaging 2.87 in the set.
And we think he's struggling.
Yeah, I know. It's a compliment. It's a compliment.
It is, yeah, that's what I mean. He just makes it look effortless. He's averaging 95, nearly 96 in the game, and here he could be in for a max. Could have got another dozen in there. First max of the match for Humphries, who leads in set 2 by 2 legs to 1, but he's a set behind.
97.
Can't follow up the max. Treble 1, but then 2 treble 20s, so 5 treble 20s to start off the leg. This is against the right throw as well, right on 304 here, so Humphries might be about to make light work of this second set. Nice visit. Wright is on a finish, down to 164.
198 Humphries, single 20, needs trebles. Doesn't get the treble 19, doesn't get the treble 18, and Peter Wright goes favourite for the leg.
Here we go in 19s.
Oh, old school. Treble 20, don't blame him, he's been hitting them with regularity. Treble 18,
Wow. He's saying to the world champ, you cannot hit 141.
He's right.
And he's right. Wow, that would have been a big call had it gone against him.
That's mind games. That's mind games. He's trying to get under his skin. That's what this whole process is.
This to level up the second set, double 16.
His finishing is stunning.
Are you in admiration of the mind games there?
140.
It's a brave move against the reigning and defending champion of the world #1 and the back-to-back Players' Championship finals winner and multiple other major titles to his name.
41.
He starts with 41. That's perfect for Humphries. He's down to 460. Humphries from 361. Single 20, single 20. Single 20. And then another troubleless visit. Twice as many as Wright. It's going to leave him vulnerable, this.
It is, but he has got a comfort blanket here of being first in this leg. Wright above and below,
60.
only 60 in response, so it's still very much advantage Luke Humphries. I'm a big fan of that right move. I think, look, it's a gamble, but sometimes you got to play with your feet to the fire and see what happens.
Absolutely. I think it's high risk strategy, but I suppose if that's your MO, which it seems to be since that interview, Good on him. I admire his bravery.
Well, 161 he hit at the start of the set. He's not going to hit it now. Oh, that was a last start he probably didn't want. 107 left, right on 300. Crowd enjoying the arrows here. Hopefully you're enjoying it at home as well on talkSPORT 2 and on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel.
Well, already it's been fabulous, hasn't it? So many elements to this game. Talk you through them if this set gets done here. But you look at the scores of 100 to 139, 14-13 Wright. Sorry, Humphries. 140 is identical, 7. 180 is identical. A big metric where there is a difference is the finishing.
Well, this is for the set. Double 16 for 1-1. Double 8, 1 dart left. The champion is on the board. Peter Wright struck first, but Luke Humphries hits straight back. It's 1-1 here in a race to 4 sets and a place in the New Year's Day quarterfinals. Plenty more darting drama to come on talkSPORT 2. Make sure you don't go anywhere else. It's Luke Humphries 1, Peter Wright 1. Only on talkSPORT 2. Tomorrow night we've got an absolute cracker. We'll be here at the darts finding out who will be through to the quarterfinals. Over on talkSPORT, Manchester United take on Newcastle. That's live and exclusive. Adrian Durham, Sam Matterface and the former England midfielder Danny Murphy, our team for that one. Then on New Year's Day, well, you're going to need the app because we're live on talkSPORT 2 afternoon and evening. You've got all the goals as they're going on Game Day Live with Adrian over on talkSPORT. And then we round off the night. Sunderland against Sheffield United. Massive game in the Championship playoff and promotion race there. And then Saturday, we're back with Game Day Live. Tottenham against Newcastle, live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Blackburn against Burnley on talkSPORT 2 and all the goals as they're going. And we've got Manchester City, West Ham as well. We'll have action talkSPORT 2 on New Year's Day afternoon and evening. Live, all 4 quarterfinals live on talkSPORT 2. Then we've got on Thursday night, both semi-finals live only on talkSPORT and also on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page as well. And you can listen to the final exclusively live on talkSPORT on Friday night. But who is going to be in it? It's Mark Wilson and Chris Mason here live at the Alexandra Palace. Wright looking to open up with a max at the start of set 3.
Yeah, and with a change of darts.
Why?
Answers on a postcard or via our hashtag darts on the radio or the YouTube chat. I have no clue why, but there you go. He averaged 97.76 in set 1 and won it, 97.86 in set 2 and lost it. He's changed the arrows.
Tinkering for tinkering's sake, one would feel, but look, he knows his game better than anybody. But
140.
Well, they're all right.
Yeah, to be fair, I think you could give him 3 6-inch nails. He'd probably average 90 odd with them as well.
Agreed.
100.
The problem, the big issue Humphries has, just too many turns with 1 treble in it, and that's been magnified by the amount of 2 treble turns his opponents having. Well, there's 2 trebles there, but one of them he didn't want. It was a treble 1. Halves his score. 83 leaves 83. 201 Humphries. 1 opening leg.
97.
Humphries waits on 104, Wright 83 to hold throw. 1 set apiece. This is the first leg of set 3. You're live on talkSPORT 2. Big 17, so the shot's still on. 16 hits the treble, that leaves double 9. And double 9 he gets. Not the route intended, but he gets there and takes out the opening leg of set number 3.
100.
He's gone for the ball, unfortunately for him. He has found the small 17, which he would have found if he'd have gone 51-32, which is the conventional route. But just feels like everything's sort of going his way in the key moments. It's not luck. It's fortune. He's fortunate that Humphries is playing pretty ordinary at the moment.
Are we seeing for the first time the world champion suffering a bout of nerves, maybe? A little bit of self-doubt?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of everything. The hype created by Peter. He's never had this before, has he? Because he's so nice and everyone treats him with so much respect. So I don't recall anybody else sort of saying, right, I'm going to put it on you, see how you handle it. I mean, Eric would have had a field day with him. Let's have it right.
He would. But he also had his hands full as well. 237 Humphries at the hockey now. 278 Wright. And another troubleless visit. They are mounting up here for Luke Humphries, who does look. He's sweating. He looks a little bit red in the face. He's shaking his head. He's trying to talk to himself. Peter Wright will be sensing this and feeding off it.
Is there a little change? I know he does tinker with another set of darts, which are identical, but not in terms of weight. They visually look the same, but they're not, if you know what I mean. I think there's like half a gram, and I think maybe there was a change. 2 treble 20s from Wright from 197. One leg up in set 3, one set apiece. Humphries waiting on tops.
Not the treble he wanted. Tops then for 1-1 and parity just over the top. But rectifies it nicely. Not a flicker of emotion on the face of the champion here.
No, he's not enjoying it, is he? At all.
Having to dig deep. And Peter Wright is making him dig deep. Only 140, looked a certain maximum there. Humphries in the red bit. Which is the 140. Finally a smile, albeit an ironic one, on the face of the defending champion and the world #1. You are listening to coverage of the PDC World Darts Championship with Village Hotels. Dine out, stay, work out and play this festive season at one of 33 cracking UK locations.
This is more like it. Back to back. 2 treble visits. 140, 140 down to 221. Right, 264. Treble 20, single 20. Somehow. Finds another treble. That was a beautiful dart. Down to 124. Just
60.
Oh, how is that only 60?
Well, advantage Wright. 1-1 in sets, 1-1 in legs. Wright with a throw needs 1-2-4. Treble 18 would leave the ball, but he's not gone for it. Well, he's left Humphries the 1-6-1. He took it out in set 2.
Shots on, treble 20. Oh, he's clipped the wire and he's sort of open mouth. This is clever from Wright. I'll give him his props.
This is double 12 inside, double 6. Other side of the board. Takes his time and pins the double. Well, he's playing mind games here. Some would say he's got a risky strategy, but he's saying to the champion, I think I'm better than you. I don't think you've got the bottle tonight.
He's playing better than him. He is. He's playing better. His finishing's better. He's got more 140s. He's got fewer trebleless visits.
100.
Peter Wright 70% on the doubles, 50% for Humphries.
58.
It's 2-1 Peter Wright into the third set. It is the right set to throw first. Humphries is playing along with his darts.
Well, he's looking at him and saying, has someone stolen my darts and put these in my hand because they're not working.
80.
303 Humphries, 3-2-1 Wright. Maybe, I don't know, he's just retightened some of the shafts. 80 scored, make that 140.
I think he's using like a similar sort of resin powder I use just to get a bit of grip. It is super hot out there tonight. It usually is on the double sessions when they're at capacity that the heat sort of stays in after the afternoon session, and the lights have been on all day. Of course, they'll be radiating heat. It's boiling in here, isn't it?
It is very
Humphries down to 78. He's 2-1 down in set 3. It's one set apiece. Wright wants 2-6-2. Single 20. Another. And only 60.
So to level up the set at 2-2 and take us to his side leg goes it big 1 and single 19 and then single 18. So he leaves tops. He'll be back for it as well. It's a good job that Wright's on a non-finish here.
What has been said, and when I went out in the fans' village today, there was a lot of talk of, oh, the both Lukes have looked a little vulnerable at times, and I was like, well, yeah, could well be. A lot of pressure on them. The expectation is high. You know, we've only had 2 breaks of throw and 14 legs played.
And those were in the 2 opening legs. Yeah.
One of those was a 12 darter from Humphries, the other was a 14 darter from Peter Wright.
If you're going to take a shot at the king, you better not miss.
And he's not. 70% on his doubles, Peter Wright, 7 from 10. Humphries isn't too shabby at 7 from 13.
60.
It's just an opportunity for Humphries to make inroads. The average is 95-95 Humphries, 95-94 Wright. So that 131 takes him down to 264 on the right throw, right on 3-4-1. And he's now back to the darts he started with.
Yeah. So a change upon a change. Right with the throws on 201. This is a chance. Humphries here. Can he find a 2 treble visit? No, he can't. Needs a treble. Doesn't get one. So the advantage remains with Peter Wright here. These are nervy moments. 25 minutes they've been on the hockey. 1 set each, 2 legs each, and Wright is in the red bit. Just underneath, would like another treble, comes downstairs, will uses the outer bull. He's left a 2-dart combo.
Yeah, like that play. Leaves 96. Humphries starting on 19s, 4 of them. Needs, oh, and he's just had the most dirty deflection into treble 3 that still leaves him on 1-2-2 if he gets a go.
Treble 20, double 18 for a 2-1 lead. Snakebite leads by 2 sets to 1. Race to 4. Snarls come on as he walks back to the end of the hockey. Luke Humphries on throw. We are on throw. We're where we should be. And it's a Tom 40 start for Humphries.
Yeah, the averages in that set, 96.04 Wright, 95.57. They're separated by fractions.
7 out of 13, Luke Humphries, 54%, 8 out of 11, 73% Peter Wright.
Yeah, that's elite. Peter Wright's finishing. Absolute elite in a match of such magnitude and distance.
100.
Last start ton for Wright. Humphries with a throw here. Got a healthy lead. He's 2-2-1 less what he can muster here, and that's 134. Peter Wright just has a moment. You can see the sweat on his forehead as well. It's very warm out there. There's a lot at stake here. This has got the makings of being another Ali-Pali cracker.
41. Luke require 87.
Single 17 leaves 70. Treble 18 leaves double 8. Just misses. 79. He will be back right on 2-6. This is the opening leg of the full set. Peter Wright leads 2 sets to 1.
I just wonder if we're getting to the time in the match now where all the mind games from Wright. I think he's at the point now where he gets chances he's got to. Can't afford to leave the door open as Humphries tidies up the opening leg of set number 4. 2-1 in sets, but Humphries, who is behind, leads 1-0 in the 4th set.
Single 20, single 19 for Wright. Tries the 18s, comes up dry. And the trebleless visits are now starting to come together. 16 for Humphries, 14 for Wright. And again, he goes for a switch and he's just the other side, and it is starting to frustrate him.
It is.
And understandably.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. from Wright on his own throw down to 3-2-1, but Humphries here surely gets a max, works his way along but just clips the top wire. 140 though, gives him a dart advantage.
Yeah, dart 2 just clipped off dart 1 and went in on a funny angle and denied him a max. Turn from Peter Wright down to 221 on his own throw. Humphries 51 behind, but that's negated by treble 20 and another horrible deflection. 85. Only 85.
There's a lot of shrugging of the shoulders, a lot of face pulling. He could be entering the World Gurning Championships, Luke Humphries. Looks like he's limbering up for it right now. He might be gurning again in a minute if this dart goes in.
180.
Just a second max for Peter Wright. But it comes on his own throw and he's left 41. Nice layup, Humphries leaves 48, but Wright, whose finishing has been impeccable, got 9 for double 16. And double 16 he pins. 9 from 12, 75%.
Remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. In any environment, never mind the cauldron that is Ali Pali taking on the champ.
1-3-4 for Humphries, so it's 2-1 in sets to Wright, 1-1 in legs. You're live on talkSPORT 2, Mark Wilson and Chris Mason bringing you the action here. We'll be back tomorrow lunchtime as well.
100.
Fourth round ties to determine who will be our final 8 here at the Alexandra Palace on New Year's Day.
Single 20, followed by another single 20. Beautiful treble 19 on cover for Peter Wright, down to 3-4-7, 2-6-7 Humphries. Only had 1 max so far in the match.
Yeah, but he's down to 1-2-7. He is looking very warm here. The man who holds the Sid Waddell Trophy. But for how much longer will he hold it? Wright weighs in with another max. 1-2-7, treble 19, not found. So Wright is going to get a look at 1-6-7. This will be a showstopper.
Yeah, and even if he doesn't take it, Luke Humphries has left himself a lot to do. He's starting on treble 19. Doesn't get it, but he needs to stay absolutely on it here because, listen, that's 72. There's no gimme in this situation. Well, he's left himself 72.
He has, but who will get there first? Humphries 16, so it'll be another 16 for tops for a 2-1 lead. Right underneath the top wire. This display of finishing goes on. Both players in excess of 50% on their doubles. Nothing asked, nothing given.
Well, and Humphries 1 leg away from levelling things up.
89.
We have played every leg possible, haven't we?
Yeah, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. And this to take us to a decider. However, Wright is on 4-1-2. Humphries down to 3-6-1. So advantage Humphries for now. Like another treble, just looking at his score.
100.
Ton doesn't feel enough at this point.
Back-to-back 140s down to 2-2-1. Effectively, has stolen the darts. Unless, oh hello, he can find a max. 2 in. Wow.
Over pitch, that would have been for a third max in 3 legs. 1-8-7 for Wright. Humphries drifts into treble 5. Now he needs a big treble and doesn't find one.
I'll tell you what Humphries is doing. He's far too aware of what Wright's doing. I know the shots are called out, but he's almost hanging on every dart that Peter Wright's throwing. Single 19. He wanted 9-19, so 3 trebles. 38 scored, 149 left. I'm amazed he's going up. But when you can do that, I shouldn't be.
Yeah, 89 left, 1-6-7 then. Way down to the treble, comes for 19s, hits 3 of them. And then up for 18, so he will be back for 72 for the set unless Wright can take out 89 to take us yet again to a deciding leg. It's the treble 19 right in the middle, double 16. This is a formality. Maybe it's not, double 8.
Game shot on the
They're going all the way. The punters are getting their money's worth tonight, that is for sure. 2-2 in the fourth set. Wright leads 2 sets to 1, and this might be one of the biggest legs of Luke Humphries' career as a defending world champion.
Couldn't agree more. 10 from 14 on the doubles for Peter Wright is just remarkable. He's back in the treble 20. Luke Humphries is in a world of trouble.
Peter Wright is on a roll. Back comes the champion. What a leg this is. 2-2-2 Humphries, 3-2-1 Wright, who is on a 9. He's still on a 9. Oh, maybe a distraction he doesn't need, but he would have won in the set.
Yeah. 80 scored so far, only a ton. It's not enough, I don't think.
140 here makes life very interesting. Peter Wright, 200 points away. He's in again. And again. Ominous. 140 leaves 60. Well, this to level up the match. 1-2-2. He's hit the single. That looks like a blocker to me. He needs treble 18 to leave a shot at the ball, and he hasn't found it.
It's next door. It's the other side of the wire that separates the two trebles. It literally was a millimetre away.
Listen to this place now. This for a 3 sets to 1 lead. Peter Wright, 20 hit, 2 darts for a 3-1 lead. Needs tops. Just above the wire. It's surely a great marker. It is! And Peter Wright leads the world champion by 3 sets to 1. Well, he did all the talking. Now he's doing all the walking. What can Luke produce here? He is 3 sets to 1 down in a race to 4. We play to a finish next on talkSPORT 2. It's Humphries 1, Wright 3. Averaging 98.81.
Yeah, I mean, they can barely be separated in the averages. 98.80 Humphries, 98.81 Peter Wright. I mean, it is literally minuscule margins, but Humphries, I mean, he averaged 108.42 in that set. Still wasn't enough, and credit to Peter Wright. He's backing his mouth up, isn't he? He had plenty to say, and he's out there on stage doing the business against, I don't know whether it's a confused, subdued, nervous, but it ain't. I mean, and I don't want to take anything away from Peter Wright, because this is a fabulous performance, but Humphries is, I mean, he's had 3 more scores of between a ton and 139, 3 more scores of 140. He's behind in the 180s. They've had exactly the same amount of darts at doubles, but the efficiency of Peter Wright is the difference between the two. As you said, 69%. Very respectable. 9 from 16, 56% for Humphries. If it was a match play match, it's 11-9. It's a set game, and he's in big trouble. 3 sets to 1 behind.
Humphries, 108 plus in that set. He had the throw in that set, and he still lost it.
Yep.
100.
Staggering.
That's down to the efficiency of Peter Wright. It has been incredible.
Lots of people getting involved on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. A lot of Peter Wright fans, they'll be cheering on that Max. The Maxes are starting to flow now for Peter Wright. But back comes the champ with his third of the match.
Yeah, but he's only 7 points adrift, Peter Wright. 228 minus these 2 treble 20s. Everything Humphries does, Wright has the answer. He's down to 88. Humphries 221, treble 20, treble 20, treble 20. Maybe all in vain.
Maybe. This is a big moment. This for a hold of throw. It's going to be single 20, single 18 bull. Bullseye for Peter Wright to hold throw at the start of set 5. Leads 3 sets to 1. Wow. Wow. And Luke Humphries nods his head. And there's a fist bump. Fair play. A fist bump between the two as Luke Humphries' grip on the Sid Waddell Trophy just starts to weaken. Peter Wright is 2 holds of throw away from winning this match.
Yeah, you can't help but give Wright his props. This is simply stunning. 41 left after 9 and didn't get a go
93
because Wright found the 88 out on the ball.
Luke Humphries hit 3 180s in the last 2 legs. He's not had a shot at a double. He's been outmanoeuvred at every given point.
100.
And not by a lot, just enough.
Well, when you said earlier Peter Wright in your list of top 10 all-time players, this is the Peter Wright that you had on that list.
Absolutely. That is why he's on the list, because he's capable of producing darts from the gods, and that's what he's done so far in the last 37 minutes.
121.
And it doesn't look like he's stopping. This is on the Humphries throw. He wants 140. Humphries 290, and he can only find 58. This is the beginning of the end.
It is. The world champion is in a world of trouble, and Peter Wright is 140 points away from being 1 leg away. Doesn't have to take it either.
And Mark is in a world of trouble, averaging 99.
Yeah.
100.
Averaging 99, but not landed a blow.
No.
Tops for Wright.
100.
132 for Humphries. Can Wright break the throw here to move within 1? You bet he can. You bet he can. The champion is smiling. Inside he's crying here because his hopes and dreams have been stomped upon. Peter Wright told him what was coming and delivered what he said was coming, and he's now 1 away from the match.
Well, the former postman Barneveld used to deliver a few blows, and well, Peter Wright is postman Pat right now, because he is breaking the heart of Luke Humphries.
Gerwen Price is already through to New Year's Day darts. It looks, for all intents and purposes, as though Peter Wright is going to join him here. This reminds me when Peter Wright said he was going to go win the World Match Play and win the world title in the same year, and he went and did it.
And that World Match Play title was one of the most dominant, you know, outside of MVG and Phil Taylor. His performance that year at the Match Play was, it doesn't get spoken about enough. It was incredible.
It was. He's 164 away. These might be Humphries' last darts as world champion. 121 leaves him on 200. Wright has got 6 darts at 164.
He's not going to go for it. He don't go for it when Humphries is on a shot. He's not going for it now, surely. Not unless he wants to go out with a bit of a bang. He had a plan tonight, and he's sticking to it.
Luke Humphries.
He's averaging 120 in this set.
Can hit and hope. That might be it. He needs Peter Wright to miss. Double 16. Wright, who's 72% on the doubles, to cause an almighty shock. Bends the wire. Double 8. Peter Wright has stood and delivered. He has dethroned the world champion Luke Humphries. There's a warm embrace between the two. Humphries will be heartbroken. Peter Wright's in tears himself. He knew it was in there. He just hasn't produced it enough. Well, tonight he did produce it. Really good moments between the two. There's laughs, there's smiles, there's tears, there's disappointment, and there's absolute pride in performance. Peter Wright averages over a ton. He walked the walk, having talked the talk. That, Chris Mason, was a phenomenal performance from one of the all-time greats.
Yeah, I mean, when you crunch all the numbers, there's little to nothing to choose between them except one metric, and that's the doubling. That set alone, Peter Wright went out in 12, 13 and 14 darts. There was never a moment of doubt in his mind. 14 out of 20 at this level, in this environment, over a match that's 23 legs long, is just, it's mind-blowingly good. Listen, you've seen some mad 6 out of 6s on the Pro Tour and things like that. To do 70%, outrageous. 100.93 the match average for Wright, 99.23 in trying to defend his title. It wasn't enough. We're near enough in the end. And his finishing, Luke Humphries, 9 from 16, 56%. It was just a display of experience, maturity, knowledge. It literally had every single element of why Peter Wright is in my top 10 of all time.
4 sets to 1. In the top half of the draw, Peter Wright will take on the winner of Stephen Bunting or Luke Woodhouse, who face off here tomorrow. The champion has been dethroned here. We will have another name, necessarily a new one. We've still got some former champions in the field. The likes of Gerwen Price and Michael van Gerwen are still in there as well. What a day it promises to be tomorrow. 12:30 start live on talkSPORT 2. Kevin Dukes against Chris Dobey. Is the door open for Dobey to go on to a first final? Robert Owen takes on Callan Ridds. What Robert Owen will turn up tomorrow? Emotionally, he's gone through the ringer. Can he turn up and do it again tomorrow against Callan Ridds? And Ricardo Pietreczko takes on Nathan Aspinall. That could be an absolute barnstorm. And then tomorrow night, Stephen Bunting against Luke Woodhouse, who beat Damon Heta in the last round. Michael van Gerwen against Jeffrey de Graaf. And Luke Littler. Well, everyone thought he'd have to beat Luke Humphries to finally. He doesn't have to do it anymore, but he's got to beat Ryan Joyce tomorrow to come back in the new year. A day of darts tomorrow, Chris Mason. Which bit intrigues you most?
All of it, really. I'm fascinated to see how Callan Ridds backs up some brilliant performances. He's on fire right now, surpassing everything we've seen this evening. Littler, Ryan Joyce, though, that for me is the main event on the card. Ryan Joyce has been brilliant so far. Luke Littler, like Humphries early on, has looked a little vulnerable. Maybe we could get another upset. I mean, a 2-time world champion beating a 1-time world champion should be an upset, but the reason it is is because Peter Wright's not really showed any of that for a long time, possibly since maybe beating Littler in the final of a Euros from 5-2 down, or maybe winning the Europeans from nowhere. That was a performance from the gods.
What is the mindset like now? Are those players waiting to play? Because you've been in this situation not often, when Taylor goes out early and everyone else thinks, hang on, there's a chance now.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but maybe if both Luke's and Michael went out, it would have that same kind of effects. That's the dominance Taylor has, or maybe how widely spread this sport is with superstars, because, I mean, it is a shock, literally, on the basis of form alone. But yeah, all of them, there isn't a player in there, I can assure you, that don't go, well, if I get a bit of good fortune and someone has a bit of a mare and I take out a shot at the right time, I could go on and win this. And they would genuinely believe it, because Peter Wright has just shown you what is possible if you believe, and that was pure belief. Where that belief has come from, I don't know. Listen, some of the greatest sports people in the world are there's an element of delusion in there.
Well, that was brilliance from Peter Wright, the two-time former world champion. Tomorrow, Kevin Dukes, Chris Dobey kick us off. We're round from 12:30 tomorrow on talkSPORT 2. Robert Owen, Callan Ridds, Ricardo Pietrezco, Nathan Aspinall. Tomorrow night, Bunting against Woodhouse, Van Gerwen against De Graaf, and Littler against Ryan Joyce. We're going to interview Peter Wright. Will be putting that up on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page very shortly. Our thanks to Chris, our thanks to Nico and producer Matt. We will all be back tomorrow, but we come back tomorrow knowing that the champion is out. Peter Wright told the world he would beat Luke Humphries tonight, and he did beat him, and in style. It ended Peter Wright 4, Luke Humphries 1. We'll be back tomorrow. Next up on talkSPORT 2, it's Usyk against Fury. Two heavyweights going at it, just like we've seen at the darts. More to come tomorrow, live on talkSPORT 2. We'll see you at 12:30. You too, buddies.